It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bengals and the Bears, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. We thank you for joining us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It is week 2 of the preseason. Greg, as the coaches get ready for this one, you never know a preseason game was what we were preparing for. There was a focus and intensity after getting on the field for the first time as a unit in week 1.
You're exactly right, Mike. We had an opportunity to meet with these coaches, and from the way they talked, you would have thought this was week 10 of the regular season. And I think really what it boils down to, this is another great opportunity to have your players play in live, full contact, full competitive against another opponent. You don't get a lot of those opportunities nowadays in practice, and both these coaches want to take advantage of this opportunity here today.
This kick is fielded in the end zone. But no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And remember now, Mike, since they made the schedule change, this week 2 of the 3-week preseason is really the opportunity to have a dress rehearsal for a lot of these starters. We see them get more game opportunities and game reps, all in preparation for week 1 to kick off. But for the rest of the team, there's the guys looking to fight for roles. And there's a lot of guys just looking to fight to make the roster.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. A gain there of 16 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A carry here for Brown. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd down, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. A gain there of 15. It's a Cincinnati first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Bears send out their punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Bengals offense ready to get going with their second possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bears offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
Back-to-back 3 and outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
A gain of 19 yards. First down. 18 caught.
So each team with a fumble in that sloppy first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
He is in. Carson Steele. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now. 79 Bronco. Go.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Hey, Bronco.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Lightning 18. Ready.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
At the 27-yard line.
Check smash. Check smash.
Here's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Williams. And he goes up top looking for Komet. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Here's the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! The Bengals offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Brown. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Burrow now. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Finding room at the 35. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Here we go, set. Go, Reed, go. Hut.
Throwing is Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard.
Come 19, come 19. Hut, hut.
Here's Williams now to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
The Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Now Williams. That's complete. Komet with the catch. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. The Bengals offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. On 1st and 10, Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
That's fielded at about the 18. The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They'll send him over to the left. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd, and now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Ready? Go!
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. Moving inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. The kicking team on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears have cut the deficit to 5. Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we are at halftime in this preseason matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you and Greg in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These 2 teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it, as I'll hand it back over to Mike and Greg. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, he'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Bagent now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Duvernay with the grab. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They'll try to run. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And this will be recovered by the offense. So no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs.
These are the opportunities that just...
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish.
Previous play
The red
is under
flag
review.
is on the field. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
He'll take off again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and that's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Ready? Take go.
To throw is Bajent. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. They get 18 on that one. First down, Chicago.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Let's go now.
Now Bajent. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
A pickup there of 28 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Browning. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. It's a Cincinnati first down. Back to throw, Browning. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Throwing, Browning. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate.
And this one is blocked. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's Bajent. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. In motion now, it's Scott. Throwing Bajent. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Bajent. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. In motion now, it's Scott. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. A throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Bajent. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
60 back. Check go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the zone read, they'll hand it to Moss. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Quick hitting slant there.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on.
Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
19 Lion. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hurt. Hurt.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Ready. Go, Jack. Go, Jack.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. To throw, it's Browning. He's got it at about the 8. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows. The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
One more time with Moss, and he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point, up and good. And the Bengals stretch things out even further. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Tight end motioning left. Back to throw. It's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy is one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Bagent now. Quick throw, taken in. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Bears cut into the lead a little bit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Illegal touching, offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Here's Moss. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
The tight end going in motion to the left. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Here we go, set.
They'll send their tight end left.
Go.
Browning now. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. They'll give up the middle to Moss. Give him 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals, as they move to 2-0 in this preseason, getting that second win here in Week 2. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.